You're listening to WRFB Radio Free Britannia. In no other better freaking place in the world than Deltona, Florida. Other than the dynamic duo, Laz and Jack.
And greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
This is Jack. Welcome to Lunch with Laz and Jack. We're glad that you could join us today. In the studio, we have a guy that wants to be very, very quiet today.
We have an anonymous visitor today.
Yeah, should we allow him to be anonymous?
Oh, we'll see.
Or quiet? Yeah, so...
He may just slowly go, oh, no, sit back and let things happen. That sounds.
Yeah, if he starts like texting or like sending messages in TeamSpeak, then he's going to be outed no matter what. So, guys, remember, if you want to join us on the show, you can always go to nbnn.info and click on the Join Us in TeamSpeak button. Don't forget, you can also listen to us live on Radio Free Britannia in-game. Go to wrfb.rocks or either Laz's or myself's Twitch. Yeah, radiofreebritannia.com. Go to twitch.tv/NBNN News or twitch.tv/Cynicist or on YouTube as well. Those YouTube URLs are a little bit more confusing.
Yeah, it is Friday, December 11th. And that means we have weekend wrap-up coming up today. All sorts of interesting stuff coming at you. Some really cool stuff to talk about coming up in game.
Yeah, we've got a few really good things coming down the pipeline. I actually summoned my little Siamese cat in front of us. I don't know if you've ever actually paid attention to the animations while it's idling. And this actually goes to some of the previous work that they've done on animations, as well as what they're currently working on as far as the tech goes. So I don't know if you paid attention right there where this cat was like doing the pawing of the ground. If you look at the tail waving in the air, and pretty soon you'll see it start licking its own paws and grooming himself. So that's actually kind of cool.
For some reason I lost video. I don't know why.
You lost video? Uh-oh.
Yeah, we had a nice view from Sky Indiana and the cameras. And we lost cameras.
Yeah. So if you're watching my stream, you can actually watch the cat paw the ground for a couple seconds. Then after that, go back to its idle position. But I was going to demonstrate one of the things that they're currently working on in the office right now that's going to be coming next week for us to actually play with. And we can talk about the ramifications for that as a little bit later. Because, it will be actually kind of interesting.
Okay, I'm trying to fix the video problem here, so while we're
I'm waiting on you to finish that. So...
show this cat here.
Oh, he's licking his paws right now. Oh, yeah. Oh, gotta go behind the ear.
Hey, I don't know what's going on with this, but we'll try and figure it out.
Okay. No, but,
That's what it was.
were you, like, on the wrong client or something like that?
Apparently I switched up here in my settings.
Oh. So, if you really pay attention to the Standup Corner, last release they actually were doing some of the animators were doing like cat animations, and they were going through and actually watching cat videos of how do cats actually, what is their idle behavior. So they're putting their front paws on things and like just kind of like pawing things. Yes, kneading the ground. Yes, licking their paws and grooming themselves. So just the lick of the paw, then use the wet paw to go behind the ear, things like that. And they are going through and doing all of those things. So it's like you can see the cat licking his paw right now, and then behind the ear rub. But now that actually leads into a little bit of a problem, because if you watch this cat follow me, since it's like, holy, look at that run speed on that cat. And then, oops. Yeah, cats are quick. Now he's stuck inside of this piano. Now he's somewhere inside of the tree. And so now he is inside the bookshelf and under some rocks, something like that. I have no idea where he's at. But one of the things that they are working on right now... Okay, where'd my cat go? There it is. He's behind me now.
He's going to be in a crazy infinite loop out there like that now. Because
there, he got to me. So one of the things they're working on right now is the tech for obstacle detection and what the response is going to be. So that is one of the things that Eric is working on right now in the office. And it's in the Stand-Up Corner. So if you looked at the Stand-Up Corner from yesterday, now would be a great time to show that off.
Yeah, I'm wondering if there's a new one out there. I'm refreshing. And look at that. Friday, December 11th.
Oh, yes. And Fridays. Yes. Yes. Thank you, Rick. We love you. So one of the things yesterday, yeah, we'll start with yesterday's and we'll go through today's. So one of the things that, if you look in the text section, is pet plot obstacles. And if you notice that my cat running through everything, getting hung up on a little bit of everything, or going right through things, that is some of the back-end tech that Eric is working on. And so he's doing it for player plots right now. But if you think about, like, one of my complaints is, remember the dragon going straight through the rock? That was an obstacle on the ground.
Yes.
So if you think about, extending the pet plot, so the plot obstacles, because plots generally are going to have more obstacles than the outside world. And so this becomes like the feeding ground, and it's like, okay, if we get the tech working in a player plot, then taking it to the rest of the world should be relatively simple. So that's actually really good. So let's go back up to the top of the stand-up corner, and we can see that. Oh yeah. Yeah, so
our set is probably one good example of something they have to go through.
Oh, absolutely. Andy is working on Resolute. Bob is working on Release 25 tasks and plaques and paintings and keep walls. Bryn is working on the female. Yes. Bryn. Okay. Oh, yeah. That's not going to happen. Not at all. You gotta speak up and speak faster. I mean, you're the New Yorker. I'm the slow Texan. Remember that. So Bryn, yeah, you had to slow it down a bit. Bryn is working on the female walk cycle updates, so maybe the females will start strutting their stuff down the aisle. I don't know. Maybe they'll have a little hitch in their giddy up.
Yeah, I was just gonna say maybe there's gonna be a little bit jiggle in the walk. I don't know. Giving females a little bit more robust characters.
Yeah, and some of the more natural behaviors for females is actually some of the requests from some of our female players, along with clothing options. I know that because it's like I was saying something. It's like that could be construed as sexist, and it's like, no, this is what we want. We want it to be more natural. We want it to be more realistic. We need more things. And I actually did witness Jen talking about, or I should say, one of the female players actually asking for a short skirt in game for female characters, and she's like, model it after this skirt, and she's showing the picture, which was pretty funny. Yeah.
I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I'll think it probably get slapped later. So Jeff Mellon is working on die support and bugs. Kevin is working on dieable non-armors. Dies are extremely important as far as like we don't want everybody looking like themselves. It's
going to be extremely interesting, especially with that last comment. Dieable non-armors.
Yeah.
So they're going to be looking at things to die that are not armor. And that could be what? Anything from furniture to other wearables, dieable other.
Maybe we'll be able to dye these chairs.
Yeah, like staining chairs, things like that.
Yep. So that way all the furniture actually looks like it's made out of the same wood instead of 5 different woods.
That would be nice.
Yeah. Then after that, we Leo, the new sound guy, I did meet, and so breakable sound effects, chest sound effects, weather special effects, and spider sound effects, or I should say sound effects for everything. So Leo, the sound guy, is working hard and getting into everything. Yesterday, since we are decorating the offices for the holidays, one of the things I actually talked about was the crocodile bark. Yes, and I said it needed to be more appropriate to a crocodile, maybe something like maybe a chihuahua. and then it's like no, dude, you don't understand. Like Richard and like Starr and Dallas, those guys, they can deal with in jokes. I mean, if you never played UO, you don't know about the Jay Wilson. You remember that slime?
You know, you stumped me on this one.
Oh. Hold on.
It's right off the bat. Again, CRS. That's why we put this stuff up on.
Hold on. Can't do it in full screen. My keyboard's not working for some odd reason. Okay.
Yeah, it's not one thing, it's another.
Okay, so the Jay Wilson was a slime in Ultima Online. So it was a sometimes spawning, but occasionally you would actually have a slime on the map that was known as the Jay Wilson. So if you don't remember that, I mean, that was a early game reviewer that just butchered the UO, and it was extremely critical. And so the guys at Origin turned around and sat there and said, you know what, F you, this is what we think about you, and they put that person in game and made them a slime. So it's like, you know what, they kind of like jokes as long as it's like not too obnoxious. And since the crocodile sound effect as a barking dog was already kind of a joke, it's like, you know what, you could put in another joke, and it's like, you know what, I made the crocodile bark a lot better, so, and more fitting to a crocodile, so it is now a chihuahua.
Well, I don't know if crocodiles bark, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, you know what, I'm not going to get close enough to figure that out.
If they'd like, I can get them some really great gator sounds down here. I can, take a trip out to one of the swamps, or even better, just go down to Gatorland with a recorder.
Yeah, no, I'll pass. No, so Matt's working on bugs and new animations. Scott Jones is working on fireworks, taming icons, and crafting stations. So he's working on that. Then after that, oh yeah.
A lot of people, I don't know if they all know, and we don't know yet whether they're going to pull it off firework packages together.
You know what? I would like to see random fireworks hurt the person that actually tries to blow them up.
But so if you open up your
if you open up your fireworks, occasionally you get injured.
like die roll to see whether you misappropriately used.
Yes, absolutely. I think that would be kind of funny, and it needs to go in the game. Oh yeah. Let's see. Some of the other developers, we have Brandon, who is working on agriculture assets, taming collars, and dye recipes. Agriculture is going to be a huge thing, so we're all looking forward to that.
Of taming collars and taming icons on the list here. So I'm guessing we're going to be getting some updates on those two areas. Probably each of us out there who want to be tamers. I know I'm not going to complain.
Yeah, I know there's a few people that have been talking about taming in recently, and the fact that they're like at 54 taming, and they're like, I need to sell some of these collars. Anybody have a vendor I can sell these on? So there is going to be lots of, and I also know about the discussion, like the best thing to go hunting with is a tamed red spider. So if you have a tamed red spider and rooting and the poisoning and a little bit of everything else, those things.
I've heard people going with the wolf, both for different reasons, of course. But yeah, the spider seems to be the popular favorite in the market right now.
Yeah, I don't have either, so I don't hunt.
No. I'm a hacker
Yeah.
type of guy. I like playing with the pets, and they do give you a leg up when you're trying to do the grind. But for the most part, I haven't gotten my taming to the point where I could even attempt yet.
Yeah, well,
I can make all the collars and good stuff.
if anything, that will just make your adventure pool really huge, and after that, you still actually have to find a way to use those skills, which means more gusball smacking, and eventually they're going to take gusball smacking out of the game as far as actually getting any real skill gain out of it.
Being able
So,
also like to finally see us be able to dismiss the gusball.
oh yeah, that would be nice too. Yeah, so if I wanted to dismiss my cat right now, I just right click on him and dismiss him. So let's see, let's go back to this, that way we can talk about what was put up there for today. Yeah, so South Verdanus, exactly. Dan's working on South Verdanus, North Brightbone, and bugs. I don't know exactly what he's doing. Finn is working on fireworks and skills and interactives. Gina's NPCs and social media. Keith, South Verdanus, ambient sounds, displacement, and discovery zones. North Verdantis and mines and terrain from Richard. Scott Jennings is Kiln NPCs, Highvale tutorial, and Necropolis polish. Steve Saldivar, area polish and building interiors. Oh yeah, I did find out something about the Saturday, the player in town meeting. Reminded me about that later. Yeah, so Eric, pet plot obstacles we already talked about. Joaquin Del Canto is going to be doing guild warfare testing. Dude, I want some guild warfare. Justin Gilbert, bugs and stuff in Unity 5.3 preparation. Ken is working on decoration bugs and rent. Tesla, decoration bugs are always good to get rid of because we do need more decorations in game. Tesla, game services and accounting. Zach Shepard, he got the crystal swords working. So now I just need to go find Lord British and say, hey, I need you to lower your invulnerability because I have to test something. You like that idea? Yeah.
The crystal sword work.
Oh yeah.
It take him down to next to nothing.
It should kill him.
In its own entity, or is it? I know they mentioned 1,000 on it, but that should be enough to kill any of the well, he's got to take the invulnerability down. I got you.
Exactly. That's why I said he had. I needed to clear your invulnerability. I need to test something and catch him in PvP mode. So James is doing sanity report, regression test, player documentations. Michael's working on customer service sanity tests and regression testing, and Reese is working sanity test forms and regression testing and points of interest. And I did get some clarification yesterday. It is James who actually has the most Jira tickets. Lord British is number 2. Yeah, yeah, because he's been there longer than Michael. So. Let's see. Production crew. Chris Spears is working on Unity 5.3 review, Crasher investigations, and crowd sewers and water upgrade. Dallas Snell's general business updated, and add-ons added, and game services. So maybe that means that we have new stuff in the add-on store.
Well, we're supposed to be getting some more stuff coming in for the Christmas holidays.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Oh, the Snowman family has made it into the add-on store.
Have they already? Okay.
Yes, they have. Yes, they have. So, let's see. Where was I? Michael Hutchison is working on Keep Walls Direction, Agriculture Assets. Yep, Hutch. Richard Garriott is General Excitement and Playtesting. Rick Holtrop, Decoration Audit Support, Hilt Fortress, and Release 25 Offered Data Preparation, Starlong Oculus Meeting, and Release 26 Planning. So, today's Stand-Up Corner, which we are excited about because, you know what? Rick got it out on time. I love you, Rick. There's a beer in the fridge for you.
Yes, I'm actually looking right now while we were getting ready to do this. Just a quick shout out. Up commentary where we can comment back.
Yeah, and I have some bad news. Looks like Casey Cupcakes will not be joining us in the studio right now because he was just rear-ended. So, and I wish him the best. Let's see. I'll skip over the guys that are doing the same things as yesterday. So Andy continues to work on Resolute. Bob is working on same thing essentially. Brian is working on movement cycle polish and directional movement bugs. Kevin's continuing work on non-armored diables. Leah's still doing the same thing as yesterday. Matt Schmitz is working on animation bugs and demon animations. Scotty's working on fireworks. Yep, fireworks. Taming icons and crafting station icons. Let's see. Same thing. Oh, Dan Brennan is working on player town tasks and bugs. Finn is working on the water camera and fence bugs and interactive. So he's trying to get it so that way if you go underwater, your camera can actually do things other than what it's doing right now. And he should have that fixed soon. I do know that he was... Yeah, one of the things he was working on yesterday was the electric fence, and he discovered a bug, and that was actually a Unity bug, and so he had to hard code a solution for that. So then let's see, Gene is doing the same thing. Keith is doing the same thing. Richard Mady's doing the North Fernandez Foothills Mines. Scott Jennings killing Highvale and Necropolis and Grand Tour. He forgot NPC Dialogue in there. Steve, Airy Polish and Castle Interiors and Fences. The Airy Polishing.
Polish, Castle Interior and Fences. That means...
yeah. Okay, so I think it is Airy is going to actually have a field that's essentially the size of a racetrack. And one of the things he's going to end up doing is building this field so that way it's possibly a gust ball arena. So we may actually have a gust ball arena built in one of the NPC towns. So it is not a actual...
As to whether we would actually get a gust ball field template that we could plop down on a lot.
Well, that's an idea as well. I mean,
But we can dream right now. Let's get
yes. So let's see. Eric is doing the same thing as yesterday. Joaquin, same thing, except for Guild Warfare user interface and rewards. Bugs. Rent. Kinfile is working on Rent in Guild Warfare and builds. Tesla is working on the same stuff. Which one? Refactoring? Rent. Yes, right now it is an arbitrary number of 5 gold.
if they're working on Rent, it's not arbitrary right now.
No, it's arbitrary. He just made it up. Yeah, he doesn't know what it's going to be. Yeah, he's just working on the coding for it.
He's got a test number in working on it right now, is basically what you're saying.
Yeah, 5 gold.
I got you.
Yeah, 5 gold. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. Tesla's working on the same thing. Zach is working on agriculture polish, tool repair kits, and bugs. Remember, the first thing that we're going to have in game is a little apple tree. One of the things that they don't want to do is to hurt us and let the tree die if we don't water it 3 times during its cycle. So it probably won't produce as much until you actually go back to it, but we'll see. I told them, let things die. Force people to tend to them. Exactly. Let all those apple trees die, and so that way we go through the dead orchard. Okay, so that way Casey Cupcakes in his next iteration of his Halloween tomb can have a dead orchard.
Absolutely. So where were we? We were at bugs. Decoration bugs. And Rent. And you were up to where? Tessillo Philip? What is he saying over there?
I'm ignoring him because he's not chiming in.
He's being a
Yeah.
wise guy.
Yeah, I know. He's always been a wise ass. Yeah, and I muted my microphone again, which is pretty funny.
I was wondering what that was.
Yeah, well, I have to mute my microphone so that way I can cough. So, yeah, gotta love allergies. Our QA guys are working on the same stuff. Our production team, our management team, Chris is working on release 25 skill tasks, passive skills, fire skills, damage, balance. Dallas is working on community business update of the avatar. Hutch, weather tech, and data. Yeah, keep castle walls. Maybe we'll be able to decorate them. Interior and exterior. Rick is working on Hilt Fortress, bugs, offer data and assets, and Starr's Q1 schedule, release 25 task triage, community business, things like that. So we do have
25 posts.
yes, R25 post. It's like yes, it's like thank you for participating.
At Portalarium do, if you know anything about what's going on in the world of Shrouded Avatar, you should know that we are expecting, or at least I'm expecting, I always put this on my shoulders, I'm expecting, of course, a release on the QA tonight, if not this afternoon sometime. As we know, Thursday they go into lockdowns, usually
Yeah.
to play with for the weekend, and we pound the living daylights out of it. They fix it through the week. By the time we get to Thursday, we get the release. They spend the next week getting pound the rest of the bugs out of it, and then we play for a couple of weeks. Wash, rinse, and repeat. So I'm expecting a QA update tonight. See some of this new stuff in action, and while we can't show it, possibly talk about some of the stuff that comes out in the public forums on Monday. So keep yourselves up to date by following, listening, watching, and we'll keep you up to date on all the latest crap.
Oh yeah. So yeah.
We're in your channel. Idiot Noob hanging out. What's happening, Idiot Noob?
Oh, do I remember when Idiot Noob and I were friends? Idiot, I love you, man. I love you.
He just doesn't come and say hello to you anymore. He must not love you as much as he used to.
I know. Yeah.
But I love you. Yeah, you always got me. You can always come.
I love you, baby. I love you. Okay, so since we didn't get a picture of the Corpian wreath. What the hell?
Well, I was gonna wait for yesterday's little deco session.
Yeah.
You guys got any pictures? I know we got a picture of the Corpian wreath in a preview, but I don't know did you guys manage to get one of it hanging in the offices by any chance?
Well, it's on the door, so if we actually look at Facebook, and if you are friends of Joseph Edward Toshlag, aka Rustic Dragon, you will actually see his photo that I took of him where he's got some blue balls. Since you don't have it, I actually have to send it to you.
Oh, I thought you said it was on.
It's on his. It's on his. In his photos on his. So, let's go ahead and go through what we've got here as far as that. That is not the right. It's like, I wanted the Backer Chris album.
Oh, there's a picture of Joseph.
Yeah, but his paragon of virtue and maturity. Where is... Seriously, I had it yesterday. It's like, I don't... Okay, timeline. I don't know where it is. Oh well. I don't know where the album is, so... Hold on. I know I shared it. So, I shared it on my profile, so let's go ahead and let me go back to it.
We can show the people the Scorpion wreath that was made out there.
Well, I don't know how to share the damn thing with you. But if you go into my profile, you can actually look at it on Facebook. And you can see some of the things that we did in the office. You can see what we did. The fact that Winfield did install his very own fish tank in the office. And one of the things we talked about is the holiday party in January for the Portalarium guys. And we do have a corkboard that we put up for holiday cards if you mail them into Portalarium.
Oh, very cool. There is a picture. Oh, here we go. There's some pictures. Of course, you've got them broken up. And there's Jack wearing his gray Shroud Avatar Relics by Real t-shirt with some tinsel wrapped around his neck there, down at the offices. Flag out there for you folks.
Oh yeah,
Like the
great swag.
I wear that gray shirt every day. I've got a whole bunch of them. I love them.
And remember, if you want 10% off, you go to relicsbyreal.com and type in the code of NBNN. If you want 25% off, you go back on Kickstarter a certain game. Do you remember the name of that game? Oh, come on. Laz, do you remember the name of the game?
User in your your channel timed out. User in your channel timed out.
Uh-oh, we have lost Laz. So, yeah, we lost Laz. So his internet connection died, so you're stuck with me. But if you want 25% off of Relics by Rild, go follow Tapestry of Ages on Kickstarter. If you're a backer of that game, you will eventually get 25% off. Let me go ahead and send you that link out here. You thought you'd come in, say some stupid shit, blah, 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 blah. What? No. Yeah, I mute myself all the time so that way I can cough. Then I accidentally uncough. Yeah. So, let's see. Relics by Rild. So if you go to that Kickstarter campaign, you can go ahead and if they hit the stretch goal, eventually that will actually increase to 35% off for a discount if they meet a certain goal. That is at $6,000. So... yeah. So yeah, but that's it. So Relics by Rild, make sure to go to it and go back the game Tapestry of Ages on Kickstarter. Last I checked, they were really close to the goal, if not meeting it. Even though I just didn't look at where they were at. So let's see, what else do we have today? So yesterday we did go into their offices. We did decorate, which means I did get to hang out with some of the devs for a few minutes and bug them, but they were really busy in their offices. They were doing a little bit of everything. They were so busy, I barely had any time to talk with any of them or say hi to most of them. I'm lost without my partner. Led Zepp, you're actually going to have to talk with us.
Yeah.
I know.
Channel, but I can hear him on the feed. He's still going.
Oh, so he's going on his feed?
Yeah, I can hear him on the feed, and he's talking away. I need to let him know that he's not on this channel. I guess it doesn't.
I know. Yeah. So maybe he'll rejoin TeamSpeak now, so that we'll figure out what the hell is going on.
Yeah, give him well, you can't.
So how you doing today, Led Zepp?
All right. I gotta take out pretty soon. I gotta go to the hospital, though.
Uh-oh. Hopefully you'll get back soon.
Yeah, consultations and such. Not for me, but,
Yeah.
Laz is flapping. You need to contact him somehow.
Well, I messaged him in his channel, so, yeah. So we'll see what happens there.
You guys got T-shows going, but, I don't know. Oh, he says he can't hear you.
User entered your channel.
Yeah, you really can't hear me when you're not in TeamSpeak.
I'm sitting here going, what did he do? He hit his mute button, and of course I'm showing off all these pictures and talking about how he hit the damn mute button.
Yeah. Did you like my message on your channel?
You died in TeamSpeak. No, I just seeing that now.
Okay. What about the get your skanky ass in TeamSpeak?
Yeah, I see that now. I'm sitting here looking at the pictures going, as soon as he stops, hitting the mute button instead of the talk button,
Yeah, so...
get him over here. What's going on?
Yeah, so... Yeah.
Right out of the ball, you're like, blah, 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 blah.
And of course, I see somebody woke up and decided to chime in out there, Led Zepp. How are you today?
All right, like I said, I got to go to the hospital. Though.
Okay, well, I hope everything's well, and I hope you get some good news for that report for the other person.
Yes, me too. All right, you guys have a good show.
Okay, we'll talk to you later. Yeah, so... so what were you talking about on your stream?
User disconnected from your channel.
I kept going. As
Okay.
up on
Yeah.
Facebook, and I was starting to talk about the pictures, and I was waiting for you to start telling me what I was looking at there as I was describing them. And of course,
Well,
my ears.
yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Can't have dead air across the board, so I was talking to myself. Well, you probably just started talking to Laz up on your side.
Oh yeah,
There's some interesting streaming, of course.
yeah. So
Yours another thing, and the final mix is totally something different. So yeah, it's a pretty
Oh, yeah.
fun stuff, So anyway, should I roll them back here? I'm not going to go crazy with them.
no. So the decoration of the portal. Well, the decorations were done by myself, Sienna Thorne, Casey Cupcakes, and Elwyn. I forgot Winfield as well. And then Joseph Rustic Dragon took the pictures. I forgot to bring my pictures. After we did that, we went to Salt Lick Barbecue for dinner, and we decided that we were all going to do creepy pictures with meat, and Rustic Dragon was sitting across from me, and he just kept on taking pictures of me. So if you see me flipping the bird, there's a reason why.
You with the finger in the face.
Yeah.
We've got the scorpion wreath on the door now up on screen, just so people can see it.
Yeah, I've got to find the scorpion wreath, so let's see.
And of course, I like the writing on Chris's window. Professor Spears.
Well, in the conference room is Rustic Dragon went ahead and added something to that actually says that he is your mother's a control point.
I saw that. I'm curious about.
Yeah, Rustic Dragon actually wrote that in the conference room wall. I've got to scroll through my list to actually find where he put the everything up. Oh man, yeah, I need to go to the gym some more frequently. So even Jen has a picture of me like hanging stuff and like decorating things.
Yeah, there's a bunch of cool stuff there. I love it.
Yeah, we won't talk about my gut. Yeah, so she posted that on Instagram. So, but scrolling all the way back through my feed to find these pictures is kind of annoying. But where did Joseph post it?
I don't know. I did see a picture with a very large whiteboard with a whole bunch of writing on it in those pictures.
Oh, did he post that?
Well, you can't really see the writing in the picture, but...
I could probably tell you what it actually says.
we don't want to do that.
I know that's stuff that shouldn't be there.
I just figured I'd point out that it was in the background of one of those pictures, so you may want to just get that word out. Or
Yeah.
try most legible. But anyway.
Yeah, so
you guys have a good time down there doing that? How did the staff react? Did they have a good...
oh yeah, they were great. They enjoyed it. They were so busy working that they're like, anytime it's like we started getting loud and boisterous, we're like, let's take it outside so that way these guys can get back to work.
Yeah, now, as many of you may when I said the other day that you guys are going down to decorate and they just get to work right through it, that wasn't a joke, folks. These folks,
Yeah.
they're doing their job, and they weren't taking time off of their day job, to stop and help decorate the tree and put stuff up. They were all doing their job, volunteering and donating their time to help them decorate and have a little bit of a festive holiday office atmosphere down there. So thanks to you guys for getting down there and doing that for the folks. appreciated down there. But yeah, they actually worked right on through while you guys were doing that.
Yes, they did.
Now, I did see one picture of a bunch. Were those fish in the shot glasses, or that Corpian juice?
Well, the shot glasses was just Tito's.
Ah, okay, just plain old Tito's.
Yeah, just straight up vodka that time.
I gotcha. Now, real quickly, we got the calendar to get to here, but of course on the calendar we got coming up this Sunday, December 13th, 1 to 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, New Britannia time, is the All-Player Towns Gathering, and you said to remind you.
Oh, yes. So, the new Players Town Gathering, the venue has changed and changed again. So it is not going to take place inside of a scene that has a maximum number of players as 16.
Which would be Mariah's Overlook.
Yeah, Mariah Overlook has a maximum number of characters in that scene as 16. So it needs to be in a completely different place. Winfield has not come up with that, so it will be determined. So do not expect that the all-town player gathering will take place in Mariah Overlook this weekend. So thank you for reminding me about that.
That is good news for everybody out there. So if people are trying to get into it.
Yes, so we are trying.
We have the scene limit for harvestable scenes, which is 2 parties. We know. Okay.
Yeah, and then player or NPC towns, I believe the scene is capped at like 60, and a player-owned town is 128 right now, something like that.
I thought all the NPC and POTs were 120.
No. The NPC towns is, I think it's 60.
So we can only ever see 60 people in Owl's Head? That's a bummer.
Yeah. And
have to bump that up eventually.
exactly, that's where it's like, I think it really needs to be the 300-400, just that way if for some of the larger events we get that all taken care of, and maybe even 500 at some point in time in the near future. So I mean, we do have the long calendar, but that is something that we have mentioned several times, but that's where the stress testing of getting 100 players in a scene for the all-town player gathering provides them with some great data for, hey, this is how bad our performance is in some ways. Now, one of the other things that we actually, this is a conversation we actually had after the fact, was it's like, you know what one of the things they need to do is go ahead and like wipe what's in the hidden veil and start that over from scratch, because of all the old tech, the fact that like, okay, it might be raining inside the scene here, but outside it's not, so it's not synced up to the tech. And there's a bunch of other design changes that they've implemented, even though Hutch spent a long time trying to make this place look beautiful. All that goes bye-bye as soon as players start placing towns or houses. So it's like, just keep that in mind.
One thing you just mentioned there, and I haven't noticed that, we've never seen rain on the Overland map, have we?
Yes, we have. In Innovia, but not in... I don't think we've seen it in the Hidden Veil.
Oh, well, that's maybe...
Yeah, but I've seen it outside on the Overland map.
So we do have weather on the Overland map now. Okay, I did not
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah, it helps if you get out of Owl's Head occasionally.
No need, man. I make good money sitting here.
I know, especially selling those books on how to make 10K an hour.
Yeah, recipes, Gus balls.
Yep.
Tiny skulls. Curiosity items. People love them.
Yeah, so remember, we do have a long calendar for the weekend. So we will actually go through all of the
Roll that out.
normal events. We're not covering any of the media events for the weekend, so don't think of us as being biased. Just no reason to cover every single radio DJ or who's streaming or whatever's going on.
A large schedule, and if
Yes.
Now they can go to avatarsradio.info, avatarsradio.net, avatarsradio.com, and look up the DJ schedule there for the weekend.
Oh, absolutely. Or they can also go to Avatar Circle to look at the calendar. Or, even better, they can go to nbnn.info and click on the calendar there. So, Avatar Circle. Yes. So, guys, let's go ahead and look at this calendar. So, Friday starts kicking off the busy weekend. So, if you're looking for some PvE, you can join Kazan Phoenix Fire or Malakis in Port Phoenix join the Phoenix Republic, and they're doing some PvE nights between 7 and 9 p.m. tonight. If you prefer to just run through Chillblain's Compendium of Pain and Suffering, you can do that. That is a no-host event, so organize, find your own group, and go run through the dungeon. If you're into PvP, you can go to Vengeance Madness, which also starts off at 7 p.m. in the City of Vengeance. At 7:30, if PvE and PvP are not really your thing and you'd rather just sit there and stare at these stars, you can zone to Bow and Bloodgood and sit there and go to Care Drawkwitch and do the Friday night astronomy, and you can actually try to figure out where all the celestial events in the sky. That is all the events for Friday, December 11th. So let's go ahead and talk about Saturday, December 12th. And remember that all times are New Britannia time, which is Central Standard Time in the real world.
In the United States.
Well, is there a Central Standard Time others?
2 different Central Standard Times.
You know what? We'll just call it Texas time.
No.
Okay. So, Central Standard Time in the U.S. So, let's see. At 9 a.m., Paxlayer's working hours. You can go hang out with Winfield, learn about Paxlayer and what they're doing. It is an awesome community. If you want to go to your Saturday church service, you can go to the Church of the Dark Star and listen to the High Priestess of Chaos, Amber Rain, followed by our Paragon of Virtue, Kazan Phoenix Fire. And I don't know what the theme is. It changes weekly. At noon, yes, the Baron League Construction and Harvest and Craft. There will be a weekly craft and harvest event for the Baron League, and so just zone to Blown Bloodgood. This one's going to happen at the Bear Tavern in High Rock. It probably will change different weeks, but this is going to be a new weekly event for the Baron League. So a Harvest and Craft Festival until sometime after Episode 1 launches.
For those people who don't know what the Baron League is, that's the folks from the Bear Tavern. The Baron League is the actual name of...
Yes, it is.
You get the gist.
Yep. At 1 p.m., we have our own top model show. So New Britannia's next top model.
Next top model. I told you this was
Yeah.
down the pipe.
Yep,
We're
it's
definitely going to have to get out there and check this.
It's happening in Diamonds Field, player-owned town. If you don't know where that is, you can always go to sodamap.com and you can type in Diamond Fields, and it will show you exactly where that map is located on the overworld map. There is going to be gold for the winners, so be prepared to compete in New Britannia's next top model. At 3 p.m., the Bear Tavern is hosting their old school brawl, so that should be fun for a PvP event.
Tavern Brawl, that's right.
Yes.
They have
At 6 p.m., 6 p.m., Port Phoenix is hosting some social nights with Kazan Phoenix Fire, where you do random things. Or you can go to Extreme Gust Ball at Absanius Sepulture. Extreme Gust Ball. I have not seen this one.
it's news to me, but when you get a sport that comes into a world, eventually they're going to make that an extreme sport.
So maybe this is going to be the PvP-enabled Gust Ball.
Oh, this would be interesting. We're going
Yes.
to check it out.
Yeah, so we have to go to Varus Caius to join in. At 8 p.m., the Serenite auction is going to be taking place in Serenite, which takes us to Sunday.
Sunday.
5:30 a.m. Yes. For our Australian crew, or people that are way off from Central Standard Time in the U.S., you can go join Royal Sexy and explore Innovia with Royal Sexy between 5:30 and 6:30. At 8:30 a.m. is going to be the PAX Lair meeting, early hours. Then after that, a pre-All-Town Gathering meet and greet in PAX Lair at noon. And then the All-Towns Gathering is going to be in PAX Lair with Winfield. So I guess he changed the schedule already. At 1 p.m. during the PAX Lair, or the All-Town Gathering, will be the Serenite Shopping Extravaganza if you don't want to go listen to people talking about player-owned towns. At 3 p.m., Gust Ball has made it back onto the schedule with Bambino Ludovate, so we don't know who's going to be playing or where it's going to take place. I hope it actually happens. 5 p.m. is the BMC Gridiron Feast and registration. Remember, 5 to 5:30 is the registration. The fights begin at 5:30. If you try to register at 5:30 in 30 seconds, you will not be admitted into the Gridiron. So the Gridiron does pay a significant reward for people that actually win it. So it is one of the more popular.
30,000 gold entry fee.
Oh yeah. So winners generally walk away with 200,000 at least.
So if you're a fighter and you're looking for some action, that's the place to go on Sunday nights.
7 p.m. the PAX Lair official meeting is in PAX Lair, Zone to Winfield, followed by the last event, which is Fishing with Winfield, where they go to random water spots in Innovia and they fish. Maybe someone will catch a ring this time. Fish. Now you need to sing the fish song.
Yeah, we're going to have a recording of that just for giggles.
It's out there on YouTube somewhere.
I know. All right.
Yeah.
Well, for you, that's Friday's Stand-Up Corner. Thanks to Chaos for getting...
Yes. Thank you, Chaos. We love you.
Love you, man. Oh no, not time for that.
Yeah, not time. That was the we love Chaos.
But go ahead and
Well, everybody, thank you for watching the Lunch with Laz and Jack. Remember, I am Jack. The other guy is Laz. We appreciate you following our channels. We do this for you guys. We wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for you. Remember, we invite you to TeamSpeak with us, nbnn.info. Just click on the button that says Join Us in TeamSpeak. If you have questions, comments, concerns, feel free to type them out somewhere. We will eventually read it and respond to it. And after that, thank you again for watching, and I'll let Laz take us out for the end.
alrighty, folks. That's gonna be December 11th here in Shroud of the Avatar. Stay tuned, NBNN, for more news, sports, entertainment, extreme Gust Ball coming down the pike, Britannia's next top model, and more here on nbnn.info. This watching, folks. See y'all next time. Have a great weekend.
I love you.